us, you know. We've never won anything before. Well, there was a few albums, 40 gold and platinum records. That's the only thing. But Steve Miller in Chicago, Deep Purple, Burt Burns, and NWA. Congratulations! It's about time.
Yeah.
You're much older than us, so you should have been in a long time ago. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Robin. I'm the one who sings those cheap trick songs. And who knew that I want you to want me to become such a defining phrase from a rock band from Rockford, Illinois. Seems like such a stupid phrase, but it works. Music's always been my savior. It found me at an early age. Music has worked, and it's all I've ever done for my living. You can write retirement on my tombstone. Of course, along with this business of ours comes corruption and jealousy, stealing, backstabbing, resentment, lawsuits, etc. And that's just the road crew. I think you know what I mean. My father liked the boogie woogie and that swing music, and he'd play the ivories for anyone who would listen. My mother, she read to me a lot when I was young. She bought me my first set of drums from Sears when I was 7. Yeah, 4, but 5 kids had a good life, and I'm grateful. I miss them. May they both rest in peace, along with my brothers Jack and Lenny. Holland and Ian, I know I wasn't the best father, nor was I the worst, but I was gone a lot, yes, but I know I love you very much. In 1974, we rehearsed 3 times in Rick's dad's garage. Never stopped touring since. And now here we are being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Who knew? We didn't know. Thanks to Jack Douglas that's here with my other 2 kids, Robin Zander and Robin Taylor. Thanks to Jack, we were given the chance to prove that the world, we thought we were all along in this world, and that was we were the best fucking rock band. Your venues and recording studios around the world, that's where we wanted to hang. To our managers, record companies, agencies, and their staffs throughout our career, we owe you a debt of gratitude. Working with Vector, CAA, Scott Borchetta, and Julian Raymond from Big Machine, we now have a new tour this summer and a record out called Bang Zoom Crazy Hello. Anyway, our fans really deserve this honor more than anyone. Cheap Trick for giving me a life I'd always dreamed of, and their families for putting up with this for over 40 years. I'll never forget this night, a night I could call my own. Pamela Jean, nobody does me like you do. And I love you so. And to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Glenn, it's your turn to change the channel.
Name was in 4th grade. My older sister Jan was in 6th grade, and she came home from school. She's complaining about a new kid named Nielsen was throwing rocks at her. A year and a half later, the Beatles arrived. Sue and Rick was gigging with the Grim Reapers. Tom was with the Boll Weevils, and I was with the Pagans. After high school and junior college, I met a guy named Brian Beebe. He was in a duel with a guy named Robin. Brian and Robin were looking for a band to play some school rec nights. I had a band, so we played Cream, Who, and Beatles songs every Friday night that fall. It was good. 3 more years later, a few more bands later, the 4 guys from Cheap Trick were together. 42 years later, we made it here. Pretty cool. thanks to give. I'd like to thank my wife Ellen and all the McCarty family. To my parents, Ed and Vi Carlson, thanks for the drum set, Mom. My brothers and sisters, Kurt, Jan, Mark, Jimmy D, and Edwin, I'm sorry I plundered your record collections. Kurt, your copy of The Twist got me into the drums. Jan, you got me into Bob Dylan. That was really cool. Of course, thanks to all my Cheap Trick bandmates. Rick, Tom, Robin, John, Pete, Zeno, Sluggo, all the keyboard players, and one bagpiper from Memphis. Thanks, you guys. From Epic Records, thanks to Jim Charney, who's the first label guy to dig us. From CBS International, thanks to Lois Marino, Japan wouldn't have been the same without you. All my drum techs, from Jim and Muzzy to Matt, you were all great. To my three managers, Ken Adamani, Larry Mazer, and Dave Fry, you guys managed to get me this far. Thank you very much. Special thanks to Tom Werman, Sir George, and all the producers of our records. We always had the best producers and the best engineers, bar none.
Yeah!
There's two people I'd be hanging with if they were still here. Buddy Miller and John Candace. Big thanks to all the fans and supporters who bought our records, concert tickets, and t-shirts. Thanks, you guys. You did it.
As a little kid in the 60s, I saw the Beatles on the Jack Parr show, then on the Ed Sullivan show. And I knew that was a world I wanted to be a part of. My parents were raised during the Depression, and they were taught to sacrifice and to conform. My dad wanted to play the violin as a kid, but everybody laughed at him, and it never happened. And despite his not understanding or even approving of the music I loved, he gave me my first guitar at the age of 14. And Rick and I went to London in 1968. Remember that, Rick? Yeah. We went there to see firsthand the music that inspired us. The Beatles, the Stones, Hendrix, Deep Purple. I feel lucky that we were in the midst of the most incredible music revolution the world has ever seen. For a couple of kids from Rockford, Illinois, shopping on Kings Road, going to the Marquee Club, the Roundhouse, it was the coolest thing imaginable. We knew that rock and roll was what we wanted to do, and it inspired us to play our own original music. When we united with Robin and Bunny, we knew we really had something. In Rick's parents' garage and drove endlessly throughout the Midwest in a crummy Pontiac Bonneville with no heat, no air conditioning. We were considering getting a keyboard player in the band, but we looked at each other and no one wanted to sit in the middle seat, so we I don't know how Chicago ever did it. They had two cars. We were turned down by countless labels, and then one night in the middle of the winter in Waukesha, Wisconsin, at the Sunset, Sir Jack Douglas saw our group and agreed to produce our first album if we secured a record deal. Jack, at the time, was the most successful producer in rock, and his endorsement of us led immediately to a bidding war from record labels. Jack, we're forever indebted to you, and we love you. John Sykes was our college rep in Buffalo, New York, and he was the first one who broke us on radio. Rodney Bingenheimer, Rodney on the Rocks, and K-Rock in Los Angeles. He was our first advocate in radio on the West Coast. Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, thanks so much for believing in us and putting us in front of the world on our first major tour. All of you guys saw something in us in the beginning that no one else did. Through the years, our road crew and our fans have kept us going for more than 40 years. My brother Jim, he was our first crew member, and we thank you, Jim, for being here tonight with us. Thank you so much to our tour manager, Carla Dragati. Tell us where to go and where to be and what what to do for 20 years. You know, we never dreamed we'd make a living making music, much less keep it going for a lifetime. Rick, Robin, Bunny, and now Dax, it's been a great ride. My father and mother believed in me against all odds. I want to pass that on to my kids. Thanks to my son, Liam, we have discovered that music can help children who have autism find their voices. With my wife Allison and my daughter Lila, we created Rock Your Speech to help kids with autism communicate and practice speech with rock and roll music. Great work to help people with neurological disorders recover. Thank you so much to Scott Borchetta, our producer Julian Raymond, Ken Levitan, and Kevin Spellman for believing in us as relevant artists today. It's amazing that we still are writing, recording music, and we are grateful for everyone's continued support. To all of our longtime friends, family, and fans, a lot of you are here tonight, thank you. We are truly honored to be here.
Singers. I didn't want to play opera because I wasn't good enough. I didn't want to play their music. I wanted to play the music that I wanted to play. And I'm so lucky that today I get to play that music, even though I don't like every song I write. And I have a present here for Steve Miller because I've got a Miller guitar. Steve's a great guy. I have a big guitar collection. I don't like to give anything away, but Steve Miller, I love you, man, and thank you. Okay, now get out of here. And Tom thanked, and Bunny thanked, and Robin thanked. They're my brothers. I'm an only child, and so they're my brothers. I'd kill for them, and I feel like killing them most of the time, too. And one other thing, we're going to play in a couple of minutes here. Okay, I'll cut it short. I've been my wife for 46 years. In the next 2 months, I should be at number 8 and number 9 grandchildren. And thank you to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for charging so much that I didn't have to bring them all out here. On a sad note, instead of going through all the people that we love and that helped us through our whole career, and thank you to all our fans, I'd like to say a special thanks to the greatest person besides my father that I ever met, George Martin.